Good morning students. So in the last video we have seen about the input output operator, that is extract operator and the insertion operator, and how the C++ screen will be shown, and what open source software we are using. Okay, we are using developer C++. So there are many open source for handling the C++ programming and C programming. So this, once you type this address in your Chrome or in any search engine, you will get the particular page, and if you are asked to download, we can download it and we can have our developer C++ icon, isn't no? So now let us see here. So I have downloaded the developer C++. See, this is the icon, developer C++. So once I click this, my page will be shown like this. Okay, so developer C++ screen is like this. So developer C++ and 5.11 version it is. This is the version of 5.11. Okay, so how we can create program in this developer C++, and how we can save, how we can compile, and how we can run and get the output by theoretical part we have seen in the last video. Now the last video I have said that in the next video I will show you the page. So this is the screen of developer C++. So first, if you want to create program, what you have to do? So first you have to go to the file menu, and then you have to go to new, and then there is an option called source file. What is the shortcut key? Ctrl+N. Whether you can go to the file menu and new source file, or you can click the shortcut key Ctrl+N. So if I click this, see here the first untitled one. Okay, so this, as I have not saved this program, this is by default it is with untitled 1. So in developer C++, each statement is numbered. Okay, so that's why the number 1 is number 1 have came here. So I am having, let us form a simple C++ program. So what is the first line? So hash include. So when once I press less than operator, automatically the greater, that is the close symbol, for that it will also appear automatically. Okay, IO stream. So hash include IO stream. So once I press the enter key, here we will be getting the 2, because I am going to the second line. So 2. So what is the second line? Using namespace std, and then you have to specify the semicolon, which is called as the terminator operator in, it's called as the terminator operator in C++ programming. Okay, so and next third line I am going to start the main function. So int main, and I have to specify this bracket. See, once I open the close parenthesis, automatically the close parenthesis will also be appeared. So next I am going to start the code. So it will be started with the open curly bracket. So I have once I press the open curly bracket, the end will also be, the end symbol for that will also be, the block of will be appeared soon. Okay, so now I am going to give, this is called as the, what do we call it as? We call it as the block of statement, isn't no? This is called as the executable statement or the block of main statement. Okay, so let me just print one line. So what is the extraction operator? So we are using cout to show the anything in your screen. So what's the extraction operator? That is to less than symbol, isn't no? So you have to, if you are going to give the string, it must be specified within double quotes. So I have pressed only once double quotes, but the closing double quotes is also automatically given. So let me type welcome to programming in C++. Okay, end semicolon. So each and every line of the statement must be terminated with the semicolon in C++ programming. Okay, so as I have given int, it should be return something. So let me give it as return 0, and then the termination operator. Okay, so this is the simple coding or sample coding that has been given in your book. So what is the first statement denote? Hash include IO stream. This is the input output stream, that is, as we are going to perform input and output operations, you have to include this header file. Okay, hash include IO stream, which consists of the input and output for performing, which supports the input and output calculations, and then using namespace std. So this is also the the compiler, it tells the compiler to use standard namespace, that is it has to use the variables or the any class like that. Okay, so for this you will be using namespace std, and this shows that it is a main function. Okay, and then this is the executable statement that is given within the curly brackets. Okay, so first you have to save this file. Okay, then only you can compile and run this program. Suppose, so there is a menu called execute. In C++ programming, note there is a menu called execute. So once you click this execute, there is an option called compile and run. Compile and run. So for only compiling means you have to check whether any error is there in your program. For that, either you can go to execute menu and then click compile, or you can press F9 key, there is a shortcut key. Okay, after compile only you can run. So the shortcut key for run is F10. If you want to compile and run, first you have to, and then you have to press F11. Okay, so first itself if I click compile, it will ask us to save the file. After saving the file only we can compile. So if I see, still I have not saved my file, still it is named as untitled 1. Okay, if I go to execute menu and click compile, see it will automatically go to the save as dialog box. Before we have to save the file and then only we have to compile. So the see the untitled one is the default file name. So let me give it as this is the first program in C++, isn't no? So first program. Okay, first program. See here .cpp. So it will be, I am giving only the name first program. I have not given .cpp because .cpp will be automatically added to the file, and click save. Okay, so now see here first program .cpp, first program .cpp. The file has been named with first program .cpp. Okay, so once as I have clicked compile, it will ask us to save and then only it will compile. See here error id return 1 exit status. So there is an error in this, so we have to detect that. So you can see here in the first line I have given hash include iostream, and the second line using namespace std, and in the third line int main, and I have asked to print the word welcome. Okay, so this file has been named as sp1.cp. So once I have clicked compile, see here the errors are 0 and the warnings are 0. Okay, so now I am ready to run this file. So if I click run, see I can see the word welcome. Can you be very clear here? So the word welcome alone is printed. Suppose I am giving here welcome to programming in C++. So this is, if I am giving here, sorry, here I am welcome to programming in C++. Now I am clicking execute. So compile. So first I have to compile. So I am having error 0 and warning 0. So next if I have to click run, so I will get welcome to programming in C++. Okay. So instead of going to execute, first compile and then run, you can also go to compile and run. So it will first compile and then it will directly go to the output. So here we can see whether errors and warnings will be 0. Okay, so clear. So first hash include iostream using namespace. In main we have printed a line. Okay, so this is the extraction operator. So you know very well this is the extraction operator. So what is the insertion operator? So this operator, this extraction operator helps to print the line in the screen. So next we have learnt about the insertion operator, that is we will be using with as cin, isn't no? So cin, that is for getting the values while we are what we are typing in the keyboard, that values will be get and saved in the variable. So cin A and B. Okay, semicolon. So before that we have to insist that in this we are using the two variables and what type of it. Okay, so integer A comma B, semicolon. So we are using two variables A and B. So before performing any actions in that variable, you have to specify what type of variable it is. So first that you have to specify int. Int means it will be accept only the whole numbers, integer part, okay. So integer a comma b. While specifying what type of data type, you can give comma here, int a comma b you can write. But if you give comma here, so instead of, so you have first initiated that a comma b is integer, but when you are getting, if you are giving like this, C is equal to a plus b semicolon C out addition of two numbers is, okay. Then I am giving comma C semicolon, okay. So I am using another variable, so I have to give it also as C. So if I give int a comma b comma c, and I am going to get C in. So for C in, if you are going to get more than one value, so in the last video itself I have said that you have to use again this insertion operator, okay. So that is called, what do we call it as, cascading of operators, okay. So no, so C in A and we are getting two variables, okay. Now I am going to compile this. So compile, so error 0 and warning 0. Now if I am going to run this program, so I have to give F10. So first it will ask one number, see the cursor blinks simply, so I am going to give 5. Again I have to give another number, so I have to give space and then I am giving the second number as 8. Now if I press enter key, it has to add these two values in now. So addition of, see here, addition of, you can see the entire screen I think so, addition of two numbers is, okay. So but the value has not yet, so I should not give here comma. So if I give comma, it will not accept. Again I have to give which operator? I have to give the extraction operator, okay. So if I give extraction operator again only, I will get the printout. So I have given 5 and 8. I want to add 8 plus 5, 13. I want the answer as 13. So now let me click compile and run, okay. So it has compiled and then it has come to the output screen. So I am giving 5 and then I am giving space and then giving 8. Now I am pressing enter key. See, now I can see addition of two numbers is 13. Can you see the value 13? Yes. Okay. So press any key to continue. Either you can press enter key or any key, or you can close this also. See, now I am pressing the enter key, it will return to the screen. Okay. So hash include IO string using namespace key. So when you are getting more than one variable, you have to again give this operator. Okay. Similarly, when you are giving in the output, if you want to give any value to be printed in the screen, then you have to give again this extraction operator. This is called extraction operator and this is called insertion operator. Okay. So clear, if we give comma here also it's an error, and if we give comma here also it's an error. Okay. So I think you are very clear with the simple program. Okay. In your book they have given hands-on practice, the 3 programs has been given. Okay. They are going to add the 3 values and then they are going to get the 3 values in the run mode and they are going to add. So in this, when I am running this program, you might have seen that in the output screen the cursor will be blinking simply. So if you want to give enter any number, it has to ask like this. Then I have to give cout enter first number. Okay. Enter first number. Then it has to get, it will get only one value, isn't no, C in. Then semicolon, again it has to come here, cout enter second number, right? And then I have to specify here semicolon and then only I get C in B. Clear? Now C is equal to A plus B. So now in the output screen it will ask enter C. See here, enter first number, I have not given here semicolon. So it will show the error now. So I am going to compile. See, expected semicolon before C in. It will itself say it is in the 7th line. While compiling, if you are having any error, it will show the error in which part of the line. So it will show, see here, line, column, file. So in 7th line, so the line is in red color, isn't it? No. So 7th line you are having a mistake, and the semicolon before C. That means here you have left one semicolon. So I have to correct, and then I have to go to execute menu, and then I have to click compile. Okay. So now error 0 and warning 0. So while we are compiling, if there is any error in your program, it will list out the errors. Okay. You can correct it, and then you have to compile and run. So now let me run this program. See, it will ask enter first number. Now I will give one value as 8, and then it will ask enter the second number. Now I am going to give the value 5. So now next, if I press enter, it will add these two values and give. Addition of two numbers is 13. Can you find this? So if you want any message to be printed in the screen, then you have to give that in the cout statement. So what you are giving in the cout within double quotes, it will be executed as such. It will be shown in the screen as such. So cin is used to get the values what you are typing in the keyboard. So cout is used to give the value in the screen. So I think you are very clear with cin the insertion operator and cout the extraction operator. So you have to, if you are using more than a single line itself, you are getting more than one value, then you have to use this operator again. That is called operator cascading. Okay students. See, this is the program given in your book in page number 129. Okay, so point out the errors in the following program. See, using namespace std. First line itself they have started with using. What must be the first line? Your first line must be hash include. What you must have? Hash include IO stream. So hash include IO stream. This one is missing. And in using namespace std, you should not use the capital letter U. You should not use the capital letter U. Okay, it must be in small letter. And next, int main, cout enter a value. Any fault in this statement, any error in this statement? No. Okay. Cin num1 num2. So for cin means it is insertion operator. You have to use this operator. Instead of this, we are having this operator. So this one is wrong. Okay. And then they have created num plus num2 is equal to sum. So they have using two variables num1 and num2. But they have not initialized that. First they have not declared. Like this we have to say what type of data, int radius, float area. So you have to give these two variables. So int num1 comma num2, that is missing. And here we are using num. So num is different from num1. So each and every character has a value in it. So num1 is another variable and num is another variable. But here we have will not specify num1. Sorry, we will not specify num, isn't no. So num1 must come here. So num1 plus num2 is equal to sum. And then for cout, that is the extraction operator, you must be having this less than 2. The operator must be like this. So the operator has been changed. \n, the sum is equal to, here also for cout, the operator is the less than symbol. Here it is wrong. So these are the mistakes in this error. By seeing the program also, you must be able to point out the errors. When we are typing the program also, you must be able to point out. So now let us see, let us type this program on the C++ screen, see how many errors will apply, and let us see how we can change the errors and we can have a complete program. Okay. See students, so I have copied that program here using namespace std. This is the program. Okay. Let me show you. So this is the program. Wait. So this is the using namespace std and then int main cout enter a value, cin they have given. So I have just copy this statement in this program. Now let us see what are all the this is as such here. Okay. Now let us see what are the errors we will have here. So I am going to execute. That is, I am going to compile this program. So let us see how many errors. Okay. See, this much error has arisen. Okay. How many errors? There are many errors. So line set length 125. So they have seen that in 5 line, what is the error? Stray. Sometimes it cannot identify. So it is saying that here cout is missing. So first you should know very well what is the error here. Okay. So first I must have hash include, sorry. So hash include IO string. This is missing, and then using namespace it must be in small letter. So once I change the small letter, you can see this is bold. This letter is bold. And then int my cout, enter a value, and then so before that in num1. So I have to initiate which one has to be. So int num1 comma num2 comma sum. I am also having another variable called sum. Then I have to specify semicolon, and then cout, enter a value. Okay. Cin, I must have this operator. Which operator? This one. Cin num1 comma num2. Then every statement must end with semicolon, and then here I must have num1 plus num2 is equal to sum, and here I must have the cout operator as like this. Isn't no? So here also the operator must be, the cout operator must be like this, and the open curly brace is here, and I am not having the closed curly brace. That must also be done. So now I have changed the program this. Let us compile and see if there any other program errors arise. So since they have shown cout must be there. Okay, still they are having some errors. Let us rectify that. So still we are having this much error. Then let us see what. Okay, so here see they have given this type of double quotes. So you have to press like this. Okay, then only it will accept. So it is like the apostrophe, isn't no? So you have to keep the correct the double quotes like this. So once you give the double quotes, it will be in the blue color. You can note the color difference also. So for everything there is a color change. If you keep on practicing it, you will be very clear. Okay, here also they have given the like apostrophe, so I am changing it. So here it must be like this. Okay, and next, now let us compile, execute, compile. Okay, see now only we are having only one error at the line 8. Okay, so they are saying that value record as list operand of assignment. That is, usually you used to give sum is equal to, isn't no? So sum is equal to num1 plus num2. So now let us compile. So error 0 and warning 0. So we have find the errors in this program. Okay, so now we have find the error in this program and we have rectified it. So now let us run this program. So enter a value, it will ask, let me give it as 45. So I am pressing enter. Again it will ask me, or it will ask enter a value. Again it will ask another value, isn't no? So I have to give 76. So I am pressing enter. So the sum is equal to, because I have given here the sum. As I have given \n, it will come to the next line. Okay, the sum is equal to 121. So 45 plus 76 is 121. So you can see the output very clear. So I am pressing enter key so that it will get vanished. Right? So you can see the changes we have made for this program. Okay, so point out errors in this program. The first line, hash include IO stream, and this capital U must be small u, and then enter a value, this double quotes must be like this. Okay, and then cin, the operator must come in this form. Here semicolon is missing, and then sum is equal to num1 plus num2. Like this only we have to assign the value, and here cout we have to use this operator, and this here we have to use the exertion operator. Okay, and here the double quotes must not be like apostrophe, it must be represented like this. So this program has been, errors has been pointed out and rectified, and we have got the output. So today we have learned how to, one minute. So today we have learned how the screen of the C++ will look. Okay. So once you go to the start menu and have developer C++ and you double click it, you can see the screen. So we are having menus like this. So file, if you click in file, if you go to new and source file, you can type the programs here, and after saving the file only, you can execute the file. Before, that is, you can compile the file. Okay. Before, without saving the file, if you click compile, it will automatically ask us to save the file. So first you have to save the file and then only you can compile. Similarly, after compilation only you can run the program. Or you can, if you click compile and run or the shortcut key F11, it will compile the program and then only it will run the program for what you have created. So I think you have known about the screen well. Okay, and for what purpose we are using hash include, using namespace, and then for where we are using semicolon, and you are very clear about the exertion operator and the insertion operator. Okay, so I think today we have learned how we can rectify the errors also. So let us see what are the types of errors available here. Okay, in C++ there are 4 types of errors. Okay, some common types of errors are given below: syntax error, semantic error, and runtime error. Okay, so 3 types of error are given here. So what do you mean by syntax error? Syntax is a set of grammatical rules to construct a program. So every programming language has unique rules for constructing the source code. So syntax error occur when grammatical rules of C++ are violated. That means for syntax, so in everything, so cout means that this operation must be here. Using namespace means you must be in small letter. Like this, there are many rules, isn't it? That is syntax. It must be written in this format only. So if you made any mistake in that, then it is called as the syntax error. See, cout, welcome to C programming in C++. Here, what is the mistake done? Here we have not given semicolon. Terminate with a semicolon. Every executable statement should terminate with a semicolon, but this statement does not end with a semicolon. So it is a syntax error. So next we go to the semantic error or logical error. A program has not produced expected result even though the program is grammatically correct. So you have done all the programs as per the syntax, that is grammatically correct, but you are not having wrong use of variable, operator, order of execution like that. This means the program is grammatically correct, but it contains some logical error. So it is also called as logical error. Okay va? So syntax la neenga frame panna syntax ella syntax correct ah eludhirkeenga aanalum edho error varudhu appadina it is called as logical error. Okay, so neenga vandu 7/2 appdin போடுறதுக்கு பதிலா 2/7 நீங்க வந்து எங்கேயாவது போட்டுருக்கலாம். பட் a value by a value அவ்வளவுதான் சிஸ்டம்க்கு சின்டாக்ஸ்னு தெரியும். பட் அது சின்டாக்ஸ் எரர் கிடையாது. ஆனா நீங்க வந்து ஒரு சின்ன நம்பரை பெரிய நம்பரால உங்களால என்ன பண்ண முடியாது, டிவைட் பண்ண முடியாது. அப்ப அங்க ஒரு லாஜிக்கல் எரர் காமிக்கும். ஓகேவா? So that is called semantic error or logic error. And next error is runtime error. So a runtime error occurs during the execution of a program because it occurs because of some illegal operation that take place. For example, if a program tries to open a file which does not exist, it results in a runtime error. So நீங்க போக கிளாஸ், ஆப்ஜெக்ட், இன்ஹெரிட்டன்ஸ் இதெல்லாம் படிப்பீங்க. ஸோ அப்போ வந்து ஒரு ஃபைல்ல இருந்து நம்ம இன்னொரு ஃபைலை ஏதோ ஓப்பன் பண்ண சொல்றோம், இல்ல C++ ப்ரோக்ராம்ல இருந்து இன்னொரு ஏதோ டெக்ஸ்ட் ஃபைல் ஓப்பன் பண்ண சொல்றோம்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. சப்போஸ் தட் ஃபைல் டஸ் நாட் எக்ஸிஸ்ட், அப்ப நம்ம ரன் ப்ரோக்ராம் எல்லாம் கரெக்ட், கம்பைலேஷன்ல நோ எரர்ஸ் நோ வார்னிங்ஸ்னு வந்துட்டு, ஆனா ரன் பண்ணும் போது ஒரு நம்ம நினைச்ச அவுட்புட் கிடைக்கல அப்படின்னா we call it as a runtime error. Okay, so there you are very clear about the syntax error, semantic error and runtime error. I think you are very clear. So we have seen the C++ screen today, and we must be I think you can understand how the error comes, how we can rectify the error, because you must be very correct with your syntax, that is format, and you must be today we have seen only about the extraction operator and the insertion operator where it has to be given correctly. So before using any variable you have to declare that what data type does it belongs to. Okay, and then the expression must be in the right hand side and then only it is assigned to the left. That is also you have seen. Okay, so I think you are very clear about the students. If you are having system in your home, you download this developer C++ and do the programs hands-on practice that has been given in your book. Thank you, students.